Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Turk Van Go Games. I'm your host, Turk Van Go, and thank you for visiting my new channel. And if anybody's confused on why I'm saying new channel, because you're watching this on my main channel, is because I have two new channels. One's called TVG Games Co. 2, and I just had a zap, sorry, my elbow touched something. And the other channel is TVG Games Reviews. And TVG Games Co. 2 will focus primarily on indie games, console games, AAA titles, anything that has to do with regular mainstream games or indie games or random scary games, but not adult content. Meaning, no like dating simulators that are risque or any Patreon games that are NSFW, things like that. It definitely will have violent games and extreme games that come out in the mainstream or independent games that I'm allowed to upload. But TVG Games Co., this channel will stay primarily adult content. TVG Games Reviews will be for game reviews, game updates. It may overlap adult game updates and regular game updates, and will also include reviews. Now, I buy a lot of crazy, weird stuff. I got a Freddy Krueger glove behind me with metal claws and or blades. I got a samurai sword. I got, I order a bunch of crazy stuff from Amazon, stuff that I need, stuff that I don't need, and also tech. I'm a huge electronic tech nerd. I try and buy the best stuff that I can, and sometimes I buy real cheap stuff to see if saving some money will get you the right product that might equate to spending more money on a more expensive product. I say money, but anyway, I buy a lot of cool stuff for my PC that I want to do reviews on. So basically, TVG Reviews will be just that, reviews and updates. And TVG Games Co. will focus still on adult content. I'm not going to abandon it. I'm always going to upload adult content here. And the reason I started two other channels were to kind of give more stability and kind of branch out a little more. Just having an adult channel on YouTube is basically like playing Russian roulette or, hanging off the edge of a bridge with a rope that's like half cut. It can't last. It's just not suitable for the current environment or the current direction YouTube wants to go into this weird family-friendly section. Unless you're a big creator with millions of subscribers and some clout. Even them can get taken down. Like you've seen if you've heard or followed any of this stuff, a bunch of big YouTubers get taken down. And honestly, for things that they should be taken down for, if true. But for some reason, you can play Grand Theft Auto all day, kill each other, steal each other's cars, blow each other up, curse, and say all this stuff. You may get demonetized, but for some reason, you can exist. I've had 4 channels now that have been demonetized, removed, millions of comments, millions of views, hundreds of thousands of comments, great ratios, 98% likes to dislikes, and thousands of videos that I spent hours and hours on. Some were skits and some were editing that I took days to make, just to make a 5 or 2 minute clip on YouTube that most people probably didn't even care about. And I'm not saying I was a huge channel, but I had 4 channels that are literally dedicated like more than a third of my day. And when I was, working at a normal job, I would come home and do it all throughout the night, making videos, or I would do it early in the morning, and then it would just encompass my whole life. And that was before, and then having the rug ripped out from under you multiple times, or having your channel taken down. Can you imagine if a lot of people want to do this. It seems like everybody just wants to not work a real job and just promote themselves online and try and make $1 million. It's really not how it works. But if you do have a passion to connect with people and be out there and try and expose your personality to other people and see what you get back, it's hard. It takes a lot of guts and courage and effort and editing and hours to do this shit. So having your channel taken down a bunch of times sucks. So I figured, hey, other YouTubers are doing this. They all have multiple avenues. Yeah, they have a main channel, but any smart YouTuber will have multiple ways to branch out. A lot of YouTubers will have 1 channel or 2 channels. Some might have a whole set, like Linus Tech Tips. If you ever watch Linus Tech Tips, he has like 4 or 5 channels. Some channels I'll watch and I'll see him and I didn't even know that was his channel, but he's just being smart and using, hey, a lot of people watch me. If I start another channel, that's just like a quick update channel that reviews are like 2 or 3 minutes long. maybe people will watch it, and that's smart, because if one channel gets taken down for whatever reason or demonetized, you're not just left heartbroken, or if you rely on YouTube or social media for money, it's not smart to put all your eggs in one basket. So again, this channel, if you're watching, TVG Games Co. will still focus primarily on adult games, and I'll still review all these Patreon or indie games that developers. Most of the time, these developers send me these games. I still pay for them, even though sometimes they send it to me for free. I'll still pay. I'll still subscribe to them and pay. But this channel will still focus on that. It's cut and dry. If you like adult content, if you like hentai or NSFW or weird dating simulators, Milfy City, Summertime Saga, this is the channel for you. TVG Games Co. 2, if you're watching this, because I'm going to put this video probably across all 3 channels just to kind of let everybody know. But if you are watching TVG Games Co. 2, this will focus primarily on mainstream content, indie games, console games, PC games, stuff like that. Like Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 is coming out, so I'm excited to put that stuff up. And I can't really put that stuff up here. I could, but this channel is completely demonetized. There's really no hope for this. This is just a passion project. I really don't get anything out of this. I spend a lot of time and effort into these videos, and I don't get $1 or a penny back from them. The only money that ever comes back to this, to me or to TVG Games, is from the Patreon, and those are from just dedicated people who understand that I'm not a regular uploader, and I sometimes take breaks and stuff, but they still support me, and if they don't want to, they don't have to. And if you want to just spend $1, you can, and if you want to pay more, you can. You could pay $1 and get all my videos uncensored for free, or not for free, uncensored, and have access to all the videos. But some people just want to pay more because they appreciate me, and I appreciate them immensely. Like, I don't deserve it, but if you want to pay, I'm not going to say no. And if you don't want to pay, that's completely cool. That's completely fine. You can watch the videos on YouTube, even though they'll be pixelized. Trust me, I don't want to put them on YouTube pixelized. But again, TVG Games Co. will focus on adult games. TVG Games Reviews will focus on all the weird stuff that I buy, random stuff that I buy that I'll just do reviews on, stuff that I buy from Amazon most of the time, or cool PC components like my Ryzen 9 3950X, or my AIO cooler for my CPU, or all these weird fans. I have dozens of fans and things that I want to do reviews on because I really like tech, and I want to know what the positives and negatives are. I read all kinds of reviews and stuff, but once you have it in your hand, it's a lot different than just watching somebody's review on YouTube. Yeah, there's a million tech review channels, and I'm not trying to say I'm going to be better or bigger than all of them, but I like doing it, so I like watching it, so why not review some of this stuff and review some games and give you updates on adult games and big news and stuff like that. You can get it anywhere, but hey, if you like your boy and you want to come check me out, I really would appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you want to. You don't have to, but I know the subscribe button's important because I've been subscribed to some YouTubers for such a long time, and then I'll just sign on randomly, and I'll be missing their videos, and then I'll be like, hey, let me look them up, and then I'll go to their channel and realize I'm not subscribed to them anymore. It's like YouTube unsubscribes you from channels often. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. So hit the bell notification, hit the subscribe button if you do like me and want to see other things that I do. That'd be great, because trust me, I play a lot of, aside from editing and uploading, and people think I just play these adult games all the time. I mean, I do, because I think they're hilarious and they're awesome, and I really want to give a lot of these developers who work really hard an outlet, because adult game developers just don't get any love just because of the content and the genre. It's like they're in the corner, in this dark corner, like, ew, you're an adult games creator. Like, they don't get the same respect as like a regular game creator just because of the genre. That doesn't make sense. If I make a game about horror and violence and gore, that shouldn't put them above or below a person who makes adult content. I understand the subject is a little more sensitive. Sexual things are a little more sensitive. I get that. So I understand YouTube is not a fair place. The world isn't fair and balanced. I get that. But I'm still going to do my part. And because I love something, I want to, give back to it. So that's why I donate to these developers who still give me games for free. That's why I buy this stuff that, yeah, I could use the Patreon money to buy. But no, instead I just use the Patreon money to either buy the adult games again, or donate to the posters or creators as much as I can. Anything that's left over, if I could buy a game outside of Patreon, I can do that. Or if I want to donate on HIO, I can do that. Or it's rarely anything's ever left over for me to buy like PC components and stuff, but maybe I could throw a few dollars here and there back, you know, to anything I buy outside of the games. But most of that stuff goes right back into Patreon and all the cool developers and people who need money and you know, spend their whole day and week and month creating an adult game that might get some popularity on Patreon, but that's it. It ends there. So I'm trying to mitigate that. I've done some interviews with these developers. Unfortunately, those channels were taken down, and I wasn't smart enough to store my stuff on a server or hard drive back then. So a lot of those cool interviews that I had with really promising adult game creators or just game creators in general are gone. But I want to start that stuff back up again. So again, this was a real big rambling thing, but patreon.com/tvgg is where you can support me financially. But it would really be cool. I mean, that's great. If you can do that, it's awesome. Above all, that's the greatest place. But if you can, support my new channels, which is TVG Games Code 2 and TVG Games Reviews or TVG Reviews. That way I can, because, you know, YouTube doesn't allow you to live stream or have membership or monetization after a certain, you have to get a certain number of subscribers and views and all that stuff. And if you guys can subscribe, even if you don't watch as much, it does really help me out, because I want to do live streams. You know, when new games come out, I want to do live streams and at least have the ability to collect donations. But it just sucks because YouTube just takes that away, and there's really no one you can talk to. There's no HR service for YouTube. There's just a Twitter that they mainly use. It's good luck if you're trying to get your channel back or something fixed, like via the website. It's not even exist. It just doesn't exist. It's either you have enough pressure on them on through Twitter and enough of your fans hit them up that maybe they'll do something for you, or if you have an insider. But if you're just a small creator and you create content, adult content or not, by mistake you take someone else's content, or there's an algorithm mix up and your channel gets demonetized, or you lose your channel completely, there's really no recourse. So branching out is the best thing for me. Again, I've said it so many times, this channel will focus mainly on adult content, which is TVG Games Co. And then TVG Games Co 2 will be mainstream, console, PC games, everything new that I want to play that comes out. And I'll do, you know, full series of them if I really like the game. Like I've been playing Last of Us 2, I played Resident Evil 3, all behind the scenes. But I feel like I want to do that stuff on a dedicated channel. So anybody who does like this style or this content or me for some reason enough to watch that stuff, that'd be great. And then I could do live streams and hang out with you guys and talk with you guys and girls live. That'd be great. And then play horror games too. I like scary games and I get really scared. And I think doing that on live stream would be really great. And then TVG Games Reviews will focus just on products and game updates, adult game updates and regular game updates. Any kind of update that has to do with graphic design, tech, you know, PC products, anything like that. So that's it. I just want to say that. The next video you'll see will be on TVG Games Reviews. I will give you a big update on Milfy City because everybody loves that game. And that's probably going to go on both channels, TVG Games Co. and TVG Games Reviews. It's a little disappointing, but I think you're going to want to see what I have to say and what's going on. Anyway, guys, I love you so much. Thank you. Sorry for this update about an update, because I think I already put a video out before, but I just want to get the word out. You know, you're going to hear this multiple times throughout the next year or so. So my apologies, because you always have new people coming in. So I just want to let everybody know. Okay? I love you. Stay positive. Be nice to each other. I'm looking at two different places because I have multiple screens, and this camera is in an awkward spot in front of the microphone. So I figured I'd look at this screen where I can see myself talk and make sure all the frame rates are good and colors are good. All right, guys, I love you. I'll see you soon. Subscribe, please.